allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to welcome everybody to the meeting. Specifically want to welcome Kathy Bovington, Mayor of Milner, and Truman Boyle, Lamar County Commissioner.
I wanted to give one preliminary. I'm Sean Smith. I'm one of the lawyers for the authority. As you see, we have a court reporter here this evening, per the request of Judge Wilson. And she's going to make a transcript of everything that gets said here, and then that'll be posted. It won't be the official minutes, but it will be the complete record of everything that's said in this room from here on. And for the benefit of the court reporter, for those of you who aren't used to having all your words taken down, it's important that we all speak one at a time, and that we speak loudly enough and distinctly enough that she can hear us, so we get an accurate record. So we'd appreciate that. That's true for the folks sitting on this side of the rail and for anybody who comes up during public comment. Thank you.
Thanks, Sean. We need to address the approval of the minutes for 9/30/24 and 12.
You need to speak up a little bit. Speak up a little bit.
I'm not going to yell, but I'll speak up as much as I can. We need to approve the minutes for 9/30/24 and 12/30/24. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion to approve the minutes for 9/30/24 and 12/30/24 regular business.
Do I have a second? Any discussion?
Yes, we tabled the minutes to add in the details of the last minute of the September meeting, to add in the report that Mr. Richard gave about the solid waste project, and I don't see that in there. It looks like the exact same copy that we received at the last.
It's not. If you look at the paragraph that begins at the bottom of page 1 and carries over on to page 2, that is the complete report.
It says that Mr. Richard presented a detailed update and the repayment of the loan. I wanted in the update, that talks about the pouring of the concrete and then they were moving the rest of the equipment over,
This,
as he talked about.
look on the next page, where it says, this latter update included a report on the concrete pours and preparation of street side equipment. That's what
Okay, but there was dates given.
Any other discussion?
And I'm going to abstain because I was not a board member yet with the meeting.
More abstains? No discussion, I'll call for the vote. Seeing none saying aye, you approve? All opposed? Let us show one abstention, 4-4, and 1 against. Motion passes. Now we're going to go back to, Sean Smith for
Yes.
our report.
Yeah, on the agenda, there is a financial and a project update. And at the request of Judge Wilson and of the special master, we are doing all updates.
Nobody's allowed to
Nobody's
sit
allowed.
here because of the speaker. Yes, sir, sorry.
Why is that?
That's fine.
The, at the request of the special master, all information is being run through the special master, and he's going to be giving a first preliminary report to the court in sometime at the beginning of July. I forgot the precise date. And that report will be available to everyone. The purpose of those is to keep the flow of information proper and to keep the special master informed. He will receive copies of all the financial, audited financials of the authority, which are available to the public as well. And he will receive other information as he requests. We've been having successful dialogue, all of us, the county's lawyers and our lawyers, have been having successful dialogue with the special master. He's exceptionally informed, and we are looking forward to continuing to work with him on behalf of the authority.
Thank you. Time of public comments, when you come up to address the crowd, please state your name clearly for the recorder. Tell us where you live in the county. And, once you do that, then I'll point and start the timer. You'll hear the timer go off when the 3 minutes are up. We have 2 people signed up to speak, and we'll start out with Donald Hartman.
I'm Donald Hartman. First thing, just in as urgent as I'm do this with all due respect.
Hang on.
First,
Tell them where you live. I didn't hear where you live. You said Donald Hartman. Did you say where you live?
say where I live?
Yes.
I didn't hear that.
Okay, that's.
You were talking in this direction.
That's all right.
I'm at 507 Old Builder Road.
Now,
Start now?
go for it.
Okay, we'll do this with all due respect. First of all, where is Johnny Poole? The leader of this project. I think he needs to be in attendance. I see that as a failure. We had a posting in the paper about the meeting, but we didn't have an agenda posting. We could post the meeting, but we couldn't post the agenda. Also, did not see an agenda posted anywhere else publicly that could be seen. If there is, please let me know later on. There was not one at the Intercom building. Seems like that'd be the best place. Leach aid program. Skip, you said we were doing real good in that. It doesn't burn every day. Your tanks are empty. You're just running a tanker over there. I don't understand. You're spending a lot of energy to burn some liquid. Do we have a schedule for a full operational day? We missed it several times. What's the new target date, if any? There for a while, we found out, as we call it, transparency. Something was posted in the local media, the Herald Gazette, back page was called. We had something. We haven't seen anything well over a year. So there's no transparency. Yet I know we haven't had meetings, but we went from monthly to quarterly, and this is where we're at today. But again, I think Johnny Ford, it's his project, for someone thereof ought to be in attendance tonight. And again, I personally see that as a failure. And I'll add with one other thing. We're supposed to have, per the bylaws, I think 5 members or 6 members. I'd like to have some clarity on that, because I believe there's 6 sitting at the table tonight. And I think there's supposed to be 5. Thank you.
Elaine Halata.
Elaine Halata, 131 Steeplechase, Farmville, Georgia. Okay, my first question would be to our multi-million-dollar man sitting here tonight. You know, that's what it's cost you in legal fees so far for the Solid Waste Authority. Would like a total explanation of how that money was spent and why. The other one was a December 30th meeting. I kind of recall that meeting ended earlier without a vote on truly finishing it up, and I don't understand why we have 6 board members here tonight and how that 6th member was even allowed to vote. Okay? Also, the project. let's go back to 2017 when it was supposed to start. Has the county ever received the dollar per ton into a specially held account with the city of Milner? No one's ever explained where all that money has gone. When will that money be reimbursed to the county? How much do you actually owe the county? I mean, these are questions that you need to answer to the public. What are you doing with the money? What did you do with the money? And when is the county gonna benefit from it? Thank you.
All right, that concludes public comments. We have no old business, no new business, and there is no reason for us to go into
I have some
executive session.
business.
Don't ever answer anything.
First things first, getting these minutes ahead of time, I think would be absolutely beneficial to everybody on this board, that we get a chance to review them before we come in, so we don't have to take our time while we're here reading them. I would like to make a motion that we receive an agenda through an email and, the minutes to the meeting ahead of time, at least a week ahead of time.
I will allow,
The chair has asked me to address that. The agenda for this meeting was sent by email to all members of the committee, of the board, in advance. No, let me speak, please. Because of the lawsuits pending between these two individuals in the authority, in federal court, we as lawyers are not allowed to communicate directly with them, and have been instructed by the state bar to communicate with them through their counsel. We communicated with them through Tim Buckley, who personally represents both Ms. Gillis and Mr. Boyle in the federal court action. His office assured us that it had forwarded the agenda and the minutes well in advance of this meeting, and it was sent to them at the same time that it was sent to everyone else on the board. Just so the facts are clear.
So you're telling me.
Oh, and the agenda was posted, to speak to Mr. Hartman. If you'll go downstairs and look at the bulletin board, right there by the door, there's an agenda that's been posted there since last Monday afternoon, which is the requirement under the Open Meetings Act. You have to post the agenda at the site of the meeting a week in advance, and it's still on the bulletin board. I checked it when I came in.
I would think it would need to be outside where you can walk up the door and see it, not when the courthouse is open. I think it needs to be 24/7.
So you're telling me that public communication that's open records, such as minute meetings and agendas, cannot be sent to us directly, because I refuse to get an email for the Solid Waste Authority when Ms. Browse is using her email for the city?
My last name is Gross,
Gross,
and I've
sorry.
I've requested the Solid Waste Authority attorney use my Solid Waste Authority email multiple times. And I do have a Solid Waste Authority email.
Well, we have never received a copy of that, and the last time I asked you via text message, you said, I just used my city email.
And that was before we were instructed to get Solid Waste Authority emails, which I did in fact set up. I think me and Truman actually had a conversation about this over the phone as well.
all right?
May I respond to your comment, sir?
No,
I wasn't talking to you.
I'm running the meeting, and I said no. Please have a seat. Thank you.
Ooh.
All right?
I was respectful. You can be respectful.
You can also be removed, okay? So I ask you to be quiet, because if that happens like it did last time, we'll end this meeting. I'll make a motion, we table.
Second.
That's it. All in favor? 1, 2, 3, 4, all opposed? Motion carries to table.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
I
I
second.
still have new business.
I second. You can't discuss motion to adjourn, so all in favor of adjournment?
Unbelievable.
2, the motion carries, this meeting is adjourned.
This is exactly why people do not trust
Again,
us.
Unbelievable.
The chairman is normally a tiebreaker, doesn't vote after.
State law requires 2 members from Milner
2 members from the county, and those 4 choose the 5th. You cannot have 6 members, and this is why. You hijacked the meeting. It's illegal.
This is yours. You asked for a lawyer.
This is yours.
Well, you
This
didn't
is
give him
yours.
his lawyer, you gave him your lawyer. Why is the special master not here?
Have y'all ever heard the term special kind of stupid?
This is like totally stupid, and this is our solid waste authority. Yeah.
So much for transparency.
I bet his mama's proud of him. Yep.
I wonder if you can get a speeding ticket again. I wonder if you can get a speeding ticket again. Speeding ticket.
Themselves. But they're not.
No, they got $1 million. What the hell do they care?
You're in trouble, big boy, you know that.
Will somebody do something about it? That's fine.
This is what we've been fighting for 2 years.
How about 12 years?
This kind of crap is what's been going on.
This is
for 2
pitiful
years.
board.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I get you, 12 years.
Exactly.
12 years, really.
Well, we can't answer a simple